This is a live look at the Swamp, Ben Hill Griffin Stadium in Gainesville. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. It's the Ole Miss Rebels and the Florida Gators. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's check in with our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
Checking in with the Ole Miss head coach before the game. His running back is getting better each and every week. He is devastating in the red zone, top 5 in the country in rushing touchdowns, and they believe he deserves to be in the Heisman conversation. Each and every week, he is showing the country why he is one of the best backs in the nation. I'll keep you posted if he's able to keep up this productivity, and the Heisman talk gets louder and louder today. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. And here's the return. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He's got an alley. And there he goes. They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
And a big question coming into this game was how were they going to be able to handle the environment and all the crowd noise? And the best way to do that, make a play early and get everybody to sit down. They wasted no time. Opening, kickoff, what a great job in blocking. Open field running was sensational. They score a touchdown, and guys, early, I'm not hearing a lot of noise from this home crowd.
And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll start on the ground with Jaden Ball. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Jones to throw. Caught in the backfield, it's Ball. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered to pick up the first. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that.
Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way.
And it's an ancient proverb for a reason, right? Know thyself. And what he does best is hang in the pocket and throw strikes and attack the field. It's not really running. And you can see he takes off, and the defense closes in fast. And the most important thing happens for the defense. They hit him. They get the ball out.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Ole Miss. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they turning it on. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
That's a really good-looking run. I tell you, it's not easy to start at the running back position for the Florida Gators. When you think of where they can recruit in the state of Florida and really nationally, they've got a lot of the best around the country in high school wanting to come play here. So it says a lot if you're RB1 in this offense, but this dude shows you why. Speed and playmaking ability all day long.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. 2nd and 10.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Got it in the middle. It's Brown. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
And they've dug themselves a hole in this football game. I get it. Obviously, defense has not played great on the other side. But this possession right here, man, this is big. Get the passing game going. Get a little bit of balance going. I think they need to score on this possession to take a little pressure off and kind of get that defense juiced up.
Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
Okay, here's the bad news. They're down by a lot of points really early in this game in the first quarter. The good news is there's a lot of football left. The better news, they finally get a big play through the air. That's the kind of play that can spark some confidence and completely turn this thing around. They got to keep that up.
They work that running game down to the 34. Let's give him 3 on the carry. After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Might be changing the route. Jones wants to throw it. Quickly complete. Across the 25, he's got room. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the 1st down. They'll spot it at the 22. The Gators want to move quickly. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking to fire. It's complete to the left. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Florida! It's a much-needed life from this offense as they tried to cut away at this lead.
No doubt. Needed something to go right. You're down. You got to make plays. You got to get your team back in it. Great start. Keep chipping away.
And he tacked on the extra point. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. Looking to throw on 1st down. Just missed on the connection, incomplete.
All right, that's a good result for the defense. We knew coming into this year they wanted to really improve their pass defense and their secondary and coverage. Nice job there.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Lacey. Not much there. They'll give him 1 to the 14.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Bringing the heat. Looking for a big play. Oh, did he toast the coverage? Got it deep downfield. A huge play there, and he has them set up and in business at the 30.
If you're going to give a quarterback who's that good that much time to throw the football, you're not going to win this game. Defense is going to have to do something different. That was way too much time for that dude to pick apart the defense on that throw. Defense is going to have to start dialing up some pressure here and make life on this guy hard.
To the air on first down. Makes the grab. It's Alexander. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Rebels! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Jones to throw. It's complete on the right side.
The quick passing game does several things. One, it doesn't let the pass rush get to you. Those great defensive linemen, the ball's coming out so fast they can't get there. And then what else? It gets me ahead of the sticks.
Snags it, and there's running room. He's into plus territory, knocked out of bounds after the nice game, marking up the 47. Here's a give the ball. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. We've come to the end of the period, and Ole Miss is on top. As we get a look at some stats, this is the best start they could have hoped for. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Back to pass. Makes the grab. It's Pryor. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there. The Gators moving quickly to the line. Wants to throw on third. Got his man. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels.
And, man, it's nice to have a running back that you can do that. 3rd and inches, you're thinking run as it is, but you're not getting to the running back that way. He sneaks out of the backfield, throw him the football. He does the rest, picks up the big first down.
Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Keep it on the ground. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
Man, a lot of times offenses, they feel really good when it's 2nd and short after a good run on first down. You'll see them be aggressive. They choose to run the football, defense ready, now setting up a 3rd and short situation. Are they going to run it 3 times in a row? The defense probably going to be ready for that.
He stopped short of the sticks. They're still in field goal range if they choose to kick it here.
And this defense has got to be jacked up, man. They finally forced the 4th down, right? They've gotten a couple of first downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense. And this D's got to do it one more time, right? They've got to get another play, a big 4th down stop here to get some of that momentum and get the football back.
Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. And that decision will be questioned for a while. Rebels offense is back on the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Now the play fake. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. And the Rebels decide to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Wants to return it. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. Here comes the Gators offense, ready to go on the attack. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs, on first down finding positive.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Finding some room. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line.
These RPO runs, they're like body blows. I like them because it just sort of chips away at a defense. You'll take these kind of games all game long. You keep running the football this way, you're going to keep moving the sticks. You're going to keep driving this defense back, so keep at it with the RPO game.
Makes the tackle right at the 21-yard line. Pickup of 10 on the play, and this offense is threatening with a first down. And the Gators are rolling down the field. They'll move the wide receiver. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
He caught it. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it first and goal. And this is a really important series of plays, a chance to cut into the lead just before halftime. They'll try to run with ball. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at second and goal. They'll run it left, looking for the end zone here. And he's in! Touchdown, Florida!
And that's a nice drive, a nice physicality, punching it in with the run game. And here's the thing, I like where this offense is going. Nice job creating some momentum, going into the half, cutting down the lead. This thing could get really exciting. Nice job answering the bell right before the half.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. The run inside. It's Lacey. Pushes ahead for one. It's 2nd and 9.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Oh, they're after him. And they got him. The Gators are going to call their first timeout. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this third down play.
Nice coverage on the back end. Great job. Nothing open right away. The QB holds the ball in the pocket, and the pass rush finally gets home. Sometimes it's the DBs doing great work. Sometimes it's the defensive lineman winning up front.
This crowd unhinged, trying to make sure the Gators don't back down on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. He wants to take the top off. Pulls in the deep ball. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs.
And what a massive play for the offense. Not only getting the football across the 50, but they've now put themselves in position to steal a few more points here before the half.
Takes the handoff. It's Lacy. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game. Let's just get him into a run.
Now we get a timeout taken by the Rebels. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Ball at the 31, 3rd and short, coming defense trying to rise up. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Right on the money. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22.
That's a tough pill to swallow if you're on defense. 3rd down, you're blitzing. You're expecting to be able to affect the quarterback, but give this offensive line, these guys, credit because they were able to pick everything up and give their quarterback an opportunity to throw clean from the pocket to pick up that first down.
Looking to throw on first down. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays.
Well, the offense has made it known on this drive. They're trying to throw the football, and they're going to let this quarterback go to work. The defense does a great job winning up front. They get the sack to try to slow this momentum down.
Under fire. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. They get the timeout called here, and probably just enough time for 1 more snap to put up points before the half. And in the closing moments of the first half, they'll try to put a 3 spot on the board. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. And that lead grows even bigger. As the Gators head for the locker room by the watchful eye, that full Gator head. Let's check in with Kevin Connors at the half.
Guys, hard to believe we're a full month into the season. A lot of action in college football here in Week 4. We begin with the South Carolina Gamecocks taking on the number 13 team, the Texas Tech Red Raiders.
Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15.
And it's the Gamecocks with a gritty victory away from home. This team prepared well all week, and they'll enjoy the fruits of their labor.
They'll start on the ground with Jaden Ball. He stopped dead in his tracks again. No running room to be found. They keep trying and have had very little success.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or 2. Nice job, nice success.
And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down.
And I like the aggressiveness on 3rd and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's 4th and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
Despite failing earlier on 4th down, they will try again here. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Gets drilled as he releases it, and the ball just trickles to the ground.
Yeah, and down by 2 scores, and I guess you get to the point where you got to say, I'm going to go for it. We got to be aggressive. We got to make this happen. They tried to make it happen. The defense comes up big. Now, it is not looking good.
On the run, it's Lacy. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they've knocked him down at the 17.
I think if you're the coaching staff, you have to like what you've seen from this guy so far in the game. He's pumped out some really nice runs. Obviously, he's already scored a touchdown. Really nice run there as well. And for me, I I would keep thinking about creative ways of getting this guy the ball as the game goes on here in the second half.
What powerful running, just driving the pile forward for everything he could get. He'll be just a few inches short.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back.
Got a little grass. Touchdown, Rebels. And they take it in for 6 more points. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead.
And you got to love seeing that if you're the head coach of this team, right? You always want to see your team start fast early in games and then also start fast at the beginning of the third quarter. You had a big lead. You take the ball right away here in the second half. You drive it down the field, and you score. This offense has been dialed in right from the get-go. It's been very impressive to watch.
He gets it across the 25 to the 27 after bringing it out of the end zone. Gators sending the offense back to work. Trailing now by 17, David. This is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just gave up some points and our defense hasn't played great. I think this offense can still be who they are and stay consistent.
No doubt, lots of football to go, but you do get the feeling this is the time of game where, you know, it could get bad. If you don't score and all of a sudden they get the ball back, they take it down the field and put some points up, this thing might be over. So absolutely, this quarterback, he wants to drive this offense down the field and at least put something on the board.
And you see those balls in practice sometimes. They're just off the mark. You don't know how to control it. You don't know what goes wrong, but sometimes QBs miss, and it's an incompletion.
And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. Jones wants to throw it. Gets open down the middle. So important to convert these third downs, and they get it done. They'll have it at the 42.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
And obviously trailing in this football game now in the second half, this is exactly what they talked about at halftime. We've got to create some explosive plays in the passing game. They're going to need a lot of this, and the defense is fully aware that they're going to throw the football. But that's a great start to this second half.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throwaway.
Gonna look downfield again. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And I thought the game plan has been so good by this defense, man. They know exactly who his go-to guy is out wide, and they're doing a great job of mixing up coverage, taking that away. Listen, this QB doesn't have to go to him, and that's why I think you look next. Who's your next best playmaker that can make something happen for you? Maybe go find him because they're locked in on that star out wide.
Fires to the tight end. Brought down at the 10-yard line, and a nifty pickup after the grab on that one. The Gators in the hurry-up. Just going to keep it after the snap. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Jones to throw. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Gators. The sure hands in the end zone, and he has 6. Got to start cutting into this lead somewhere. Now the question, will they have enough time?
But that's step one. You got to get that first score. You got to get back in the ball game and get some of that momentum back on your side. You still got more work to do, but step one accomplished.
On the move from inside his 5. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. So the Rebels come out to get this drive started. Their lead is down to 10. It's moments like this you start to feel a little bit of heat to put points on the board. Gonna run it. It's Lacy. There he goes. Finds a little bit of space. He'll get 3 out to the 15. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. They'll go right back to him. Slams into the pile. He'll get 1 to the 17. The noise is deafening, trying to make sure only the Gators get out of the swamp on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Good timing on the quick out. Gets it out to the 22-yard line, and that'll be enough for the first down. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front and establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
Trying play action. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, if this offense is going to win this game, and down the road, if they're going to reach the college football playoff and hope to win a national championship, they have got to keep this quarterback clean. Couldn't do it on that last play.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Gets it out quickly. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
And I tell you what, when you got a guy that is that good at dissecting your defense, you better get pressure. Nice job by the defense, hurrying him up, speeding up the thought process.
So now it's 2nd and long. Using his legs, it's Lacy. They're now out across the 40, and he's out of bounds at the 42.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football. You've got to just keep getting positive yards. You've got to keep the 3rd downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
We've come to the end of the period, and Ole Miss is on top and sitting in a good spot as we wrap up the 3rd. Let's take a look at our game stats while we have a break in the action. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. So we open the final period with a 3rd down play. Fighting off the defender. He's not going to make it to the sticks, and what a stop against one of the best 3rd down offenses in the country. The Rebels send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Now on the return. Slips through the line. Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Let's see if this rally can continue. A touchdown followed by the stop, and now they've got the ball back. Jones wants to throw it. Unloads to the right. They've avoided the interception all day, but they were lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be 2nd down.
And this is going to fall on the quarterback's shoulders. You're in the fourth quarter. You're trailing. It's a close game. You are going to have to complete some balls. You're going to have to make some big-time throws in small windows under duress if you're going to bring your team back and will them to victory. Incomplete there, obviously, but expect them to continue to throw it. This quarterback better dial in.
And he finally missed one, right? I mean, he's been pretty hot, right? 5 passes in a row. He's been moving the ball around, different platforms, different receivers. Just done a really good job spreading the ball around, and he's human. He finally missed.
The D thinking bring some heat on 3rd and long from the 44. From the gun, wants to pass. The quick out. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, at the worst possible time. Not a lot on the return, but they can live with that as they've got it at the 49. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. And that interception might well be the nail in the coffin. Offense gets the field, try to take it back. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now if we can put a few first downs together, we're looking really good.
The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Really good job by the defense, seeing it and going and getting it. Nice job understanding the touch pass. It can happen. Those guys go in motion, man. I got to understand, safety's got to see that, start flying down, getting ready to play that. Nice job by the defense being ready for that play.
And he was able to run through 1 tackle, but still only a modest gain.
Quarterbacks generally, guys, we know, they're not as big and not as physical runners as running backs. So it is going to be trickier for them to break tackles. I like the idea of getting the design quarterback run game going. Moving forward, let's see if we can get him out to the perimeter.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on 3rd down. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. Now we got a timeout taken by the Rebels. That's their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Now, wait just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here. On 4th down, looking to pass. Rushes on him. Unloaded just as he throws. It's incomplete, and they stop him on 4th down.
I think that might be the very definition of just trying to rub salt in the wound, right? You got the lead. Multiple possessions, you're looking really, really good, late in the ball game, and you go for it again. So you're just trying to, listen, it's their job to stop you. I like it. Offense, doing what they do. Forget you, defense. Get a stop. That's your job, and you did it.
He lets one fly deep. Upstairs, he's got it. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. The Gators want to crank the tempo.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have 2 more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive. You've got to start taking shots vertically down the field, throwing to your best players.
Knocked out of bounds and sticking with that running game as they get deeper in the red zone.
Man, the evolution of the quarterback position. Basically, you should call them running backs who throw the ball really well now.
And, guys, the other thing that happens here is that sets up the next play because you've sort of left the defensive line gassed. He's got it. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, and they've got it 1st and goal. The offense threatening. Close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that seemed a little off from the start, didn't it?
That was a big-time play, and it was off from the start because of the play he made.
And I don't think it would have mattered who was playing running back. There was absolutely nowhere to go.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Fires into the end zone. looking to get it in. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1. They desperately need to get the score here on 3rd and goal to have any kind of wild chance. Pocket breaking down. Touchdown, Gator! And the comeback is on.
What a fantastic route that time. If you're going to be able to throw the ball down in this area of the field where the windows close so quickly, you have got to be precise with the route running, and that's what happened right there. That's an easy connection between the QB and his target for the score.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. So this offense really needs to put together a drive as they've seen their lead whittled all the way down to a field goal. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. Finds his way ahead for 5, and now they've got it at the 28.
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving, get a few first downs, and get a W.
Wouldn't be surprised to see them go right back to the run on 2nd down and maybe put this thing away. Off the bootleg and rolling out. The throw. By himself, he makes the grab. It's a seam wide open. Flips the field in an instant, and he has it down to the 25-yard line.
This is a shootout. Both offenses up and down the field. They're generating explosive plays. It feels like
they've got a first down here. Want to start its bend to this season. We've got a great game here. Close ball game, 4th quarter. Couldn't ask for anything more. On the run, it's Lindsey. Gain of about 4 sets up a 2nd and 6. The Gators are going to call their first timeout. They'll get together to decide how to play this 2nd down. They're in control of the clock as their friend. You'd have to expect another run here on 2nd and 6. He'll take it himself. Shakes up. The offense coughs it up. He picks up the fumble, but they'll blow it dead right there. And remember, at this stage of the game, the only person who can advance a fumble for the offense is the fumbler.
And it was so important for the offense to come up with a touchdown there and not kick a field goal. You're trying to put this thing out of reach. And that touchdown puts so much pressure on their opponent now with less than 2 minutes to go.
And the extra point was good. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Jones to throw. Here's a heat. They get to him as he throws. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running.
I know one of the things this offense takes a lot of pride in the passing game is they feel like they can attack every area of the field. They have success when they throw it outside, but they're really good throwing to the middle of the field too. Quarterback has confidence. There's really good timing in this passing game, and you saw it right there between the QB and his intended target, getting that big catch.
Throws to the wideout. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT. Finally, the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. And with things in their favor on the scoreboard, the quarterback's favorite play in the playbook, the old kneel down from victory formation. Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with the results of the play. After this, it'll be a wrap. Running inside, it's Lindsey. Brought down after a big run, and that is the way to put an exclamation point on this one. Well, this was an offensive showcase out there today. We thought it would be a high-scoring game, and it certainly delivered.
If you love offense,